This video is for you. God will satisfy your desires. Are there things in your life that you really wish you had? Your life as it stands right now, are you happy with it? Or are you sick of not getting what you want? Your life is miserable. Things never go right. And you have all of these desires and you just want a handful of them to be brought to you. God will satisfy your desires, but under one condition. That one condition is Psalm 37:4. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He will bring you the desires of your heart. So that one condition is delighting yourself in Jesus Christ. What does that mean? That means to find joy and fulfillment in living your life for Jesus Christ. Because if you live your life for the world, you find joy and fulfillment in worldly things. Yes, you may get some instant gratification, but you'll never truly experience joy and fulfillment. That hole in your chest, that hole in your heart will never be filled by any sort of drug, alcohol, sexual immorality, any sort of worldly sin, any sort of thing the devil wants you to indulge in. It will never satisfy you. It will never fulfill you. But if you delight yourself in the Lord, you live for Jesus. You allow Him to fill that hole in your chest, that hole in your heart. He will bring you the desires of your heart. So as you're delighting yourself in Him, as Matthew 6:33 says, you're seeking Him first in all that you do, and the rest will be added unto you. As long as you're focused on Jesus first and foremost, your desires that you have, they will align with Jesus' desires for you. So the desires that you may have while living for the world will differ from the desires that you have when you live for Jesus. And as you're living for Jesus, the desires He lays upon your heart, He will bring you those. If you're living for Jesus, you're getting your joy and fulfillment that only Jesus can give. And He lays on your heart that you want a spouse. He will bring your spouse in His due and precious time. The desires He wants you to have, He will lay them upon your heart and He will bring you those desires. You don't need to be a millionaire to follow Jesus. As you're following Jesus, is money going to be that important? Is your car going to be that important? But as you're living for Him, the desires that you have, He will bring those. And that's a promise. Psalm 37:4 tells us that. All you have to do, the one condition, is to live for Jesus, to delight yourself in Him. Let Him give you that peace that surpasses all understanding that only He can give. Nothing in this world can give you that peace, but people are going to tell you it can. Sleeping around will make you feel fulfilled. That's what the world will tell you. Going to the bar every weekend will fulfill you. That's what the world will tell you. Doing this or that drug will fulfill you. That's what the world will tell you. But only Jesus can fulfill you, can fill that hole in your heart. And only Jesus can bring you the desires that you have. The spouse Jesus wants you to have, He will bring that person if you desire them. He will bring that person when He deems it fit. So take that to the bank. Have joy knowing that. Know that you're single right now, but He has you exactly where He wants you. He's preparing you for your wife, for your husband. He's preparing you for you to be a father, to be a mother, to be the person your spouse is going to need. Your future family is counting on you. Delight yourself in the Lord. Receive that joy that only Jesus can give. He wants to give that stuff to you. He wants to bring the desires your heart has when you're delighting yourself in Him. I mean, go to bed knowing that Jesus has you exactly where He wants you. That the things in your life, Jesus has you exactly where He wants you. Be content with the things that you have. Live for Jesus. Let Him lay those desires on your heart. And you just sit back, you keep living for Him, and every time He brings you a desire that you have, you can give Him all the praise. And then one day you'll be with Him in eternity, and you can praise His name for all that He has done for you. God bless.